We are live. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the top 20 underrated Big Brother players of all time, seasons 2 through 18. I'm here with Romeo. Say hi.
Hi.
And I'm also here with the wonderful, amazing First Boot Connor.
Thank you for that awesome introduction, Alex. It's a pleasure to be here.
What a formal introduction. Anyways, so we all collaborated our lists together, and we have finally gotten the top 20 underrated Big Brother players. Now, underrated, people who are considered underrated are people who did not get their time in the spotlight. So, people like Derek Lavoisier, Dan Giesling, Will Kirby, Eric Stein, Nokomis, Janelle Pirenzia, uh, Vanessa Russo, they're not going to be on this list. They're too good. They get a lot of credit for what they did. And yeah, but we are considering people who played fantastic Big Brother games, but they just were not able to pull it through, pull out a win. Well, some of them won, but they just were not able to win over some fans. So let's start with the honorable mentions. We're going to start off with my honorable mentions. They didn't even make my top 20 list, these ones, but we'll just go quickly through them. Hardy from Big Brother 2. There's someone similar to Hardy on Romeo's list that made the actual list, so we can just talk about that person there. But I really liked Hardy from Big Brother 2. Your guys' thoughts?
I don't know him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Jun did not make my list. Evil Dick. I don't know. I think I don't even know why I put him on this list. I made this list over a week ago, but I don't think he's given as much credit as he should. Another one is Dustin Erikstrup from Big Brother 8. Yes, he did that stupid thing by deciding, hey, let's nominate myself. But he would have been correct had the America's Player Twist not been in effect, and so he played decently. Jordan Lloyd, Big Brother 11. Also, Michelle, I don't even remember her name from Big Brother 11. I think they play decent games and are just not given enough credit. Enzo Palumba from Big Brother 12. Adam Pock, Big Brother 13. Danielle Murphy, Big Brother 14. Willie Hance, Big Brother 14. I know that sounds insanely stupid, but I think Willie played a... He could have done something. He could have been a Russell Kyrus. But he just let the temper get to him. Howard Overby, if he would have gotten to jury, I think he could have won. Spencer Clawson.
I like him.
Spencer Clawson, even though he was nominated so many times, which is the reason why he was not put on this list because he holds the record, but I think he did play a decent social game, which was able to keep him off the block every time, because being on the block is a hard thing to not get voted out in Big Brother. So, Gina Marie, I also put her on the list. I think she played an okay game, but I think Andy definitely crushed the competition. I put Hayden Voss from Big Brother 16. I think he was playing decently, and it was just too big of a competition threat. And finally, Austin Madelson from Big Brother 17. I think he played a good game, especially with the twins. He was able to have 2 shields instead of 1. So, yeah. Those are my honorable mentions. Romeo, go for yours.
Well, I forgot to put one on my list. Helen from the 15. I really liked her, and I think she played like a pretty good game. And she was only taken out like she was a big threat and probably could have easily won the season. And I think people remember her more for like the character because like, everyone loves her, but they don't really remember her for the game she played. And I didn't really prepare any other honorable mentions, but I guess from DP18, Natalie Negrori, I think she was playing good at the start, And I think her game just kind of like went back downhill when she won Head of Household.
I think she was playing badly at first, then went uphill up until she won that head of household, then went downhill. My opinion.
Okay, I see it.
But I get what you're saying.
I don't really have any other honorable mentions. Oh wait, I liked. Okay, so Rennie from BB10. I did put her on here because like it's kind of obvious she had no chance of winning, but I don't think she was like a dumb player. I think she knew what was going on in the house, and I think she was smart. And Libra as well. I think she was playing a pretty good game until like the close vote was like Jesse went home, and then like the whole other side of the house pissed at her, and they wanted the household. So she was a big target for them. That's why she went out.
All right, Connor.
Yeah.
The only honorable mention that I thought of was when you said their name, and I almost put them on my list, but I forgot. Was Michelle from 11, the geeky girl or whatever. I think I was gonna. Is it 11? Yeah.
She played
I
pretty
forgot about her.
Just, I don't think she could have pulled up the competitions. I think she had a shot, but all right. Now I'm going to go over the contestants who made people's list but did not make the overall list. Just quick shot: Bridget, Big Brother 18; Rachel, Big Brother 6; Lane, Big Brother 12; Liz, Big Brother 17; Maggie, Big Brother 6; Shelly, Big Brother 13. Shane. Now, I was so shocked and appalled by this. Shane from Big Brother 14.
What? You didn't make the list?
Romeo, what in the hell were you thinking putting Shane Meany on this list?
Whatever.
I'm flabbergasted, but I'm like, how did that even cross your mind?
I think he played like well.
Can I just say, I almost put him on my list. He was on my 20, but I had to replace a few, and I put him off.
You guys considered Shane Meany, the guy who agreed to essentially evict himself, on a list of underrated Big Brother players.
He had potential.
I mean,
I strongly believe that.
I am appalled. Let's see. Then we have Allison, not Rodner, but other one. And Lisa Donahue. People who didn't make it from my list: Russell Kyrus. I really liked Russell. Thought he played well. Chicken George, Big Brother All-Stars. Yes, I put Chicken George on my list. I thought he was playing a decent social game. Steve Moses. Paul Abrahamian last season. Come on. Don't know how that didn't make the list. And just missing the list was McCrae Olsen, Big Brother 15. I thought he also played a pretty brilliant game, but guess I was wrong. And then people...
With Paul, I kind of like didn't really like think about him because like I kind of just think about him about BB19 house playoffs right now, so I didn't really think about him. Like I don't know why. I just didn't think about him.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I don't think he's underrated. Paul.
I do.
I just think he's like hated by people because he's not underrated for his game.
Apparently, people think that he should have beat Nicole, so that's definitely makes him underrated.
I think if you think about like, here's the problem: if we were just judging on just season 18, he'd be underrated. But the thing is, we're not supposed to be judging on 19, but it's already in our minds considering the season is going on. So it's already in our heads that he's doing this, so it's hard to not view him in that light.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I see your point. All right, people from Connor's list who didn't make this really quickly. Andrew Gordon. Why? Well, why is
Who is Andrew Gordon? Is he from BB Can?
No, he's from Big Brother 12. He's the guy that called out Hayden and Kristen for fucking in the bed before he got evicted.
He's Captain Kosher, guys.
Captain Kosher, that's his nickname.
He went on Sequester, like the show that Audrey hosts, and like he got like his same placement. Like he got third booked again.
Did you guys
He
hear
like freaked out on everyone.
Wait, did you guys hear the story about him?
What?
So Rachel and Brendan were going to go there's a group of Big Brother contestants that were going to go to Las Vegas, and so they stopped by. The bus driver had to pull over because they're on a bus. There was like 20 of them, and he wanted to go get some donuts or something. Andrew Gordon got in the driver's seat once the guy walked in the store and stole the bus and just drove off with the bus.
Oh my god!
And he's not underrated. He did that, and he's totally underrated. Come on, guys, you don't know anything you're talking about.
I mean, he's funny, and like Rachel and Brendan were freaking out because they were there with him. But it was pretty funny when I heard about it. But he did not do well in the Big Brother house. He's too paranoid. Adam Pock. I agree with you, but I don't think he just did that much. Tiffany, she could have done better. Someone I did not put on my list. Tiffany Russo.
Oh, I don't think she was a good. I don't think she was a good player.
I think she had potential. That was my thing.
I did too, but like, yeah, she, like, both her and Davon were so paranoid.
Didn't she win Sequester? For back on the Sequester topic.
Yeah, she won the second season. She's pretty good in that one, and in All Star, she's also pretty good. She went back on All Star season and she got like third.
Yeah, so I mean, she has potential in her.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I see what you mean.
Two people who I'm shocked I did not put on my list, or even as an honorable mention: Brian Hart and Marvin Latimer. I think they're two of the greater Big Brother contestants who are not even really mentioned at all. Marvin played a fantastic social game in Big Brother 5. Brian tried to do something in Big Brother 10, and I think if it would have went his way, I think Brian could have potentially, I'm not saying probably, but potentially could have beaten Dan Giesling. Someone I'm appalled also that's on the list is Michelle Meyer.
I consider her too.
Maybe it's just my hatred for Big Meech, but oh god, she was okay in the gameplay category, in my opinion. She knew what she was doing. So Sheila Kennedy, Big Brother 9, and Jason Roy, Big Brother 17.
I was gonna put Sheila on who I heard, but I really did not watch a single clip of BB9.
I've watched part of it, and Sheila is a good player. She's underrated. The only other person that I was shocked I didn't put on my list that was not on anybody's list, Parker Somerville, Big Brother 9. I think he played a decent game and would have gone further. All right, we're done with the honorable mentions. That takes too long. We are now headed into the top 20. Any thoughts on who's going to be top 20? It's a tie between two people.
What can we say, or does that spoil stuff?
I mean, just say who you think is going to be top 20th.
Donnie Thompson.
I think Austin from BB 17 and Nicole from BB 2.
All right, tied for 20th with 13 points each. Winner of Big Brother 4, Jun Song. And 5th place person from Big Brother 10, Keisha.
Ooh.
So Romeo had Jun on his list, and I had Keisha on my list. Came in at number 8 for me, and came in at number 8 for her. So, Connor, you didn't have either of these two on the list, which means you're going to be the tiebreaker for who gets 20th and who gets 19th. So, Romeo, explain Jun's song and why she's on this list.
I just feel like she's one of the better winners. I just think she played a good game. I think she surrounded herself with people, like she aligned herself with people that she knew she could beat. And even though I think she knew people hated her, she knew people hated like Allison too, and she knew that her cooking was basically the reason she won. and I think she knew that. Like that was her strategy: cooking and helping out in the house, and that would like, you know, pay off for her in the end because that's why they voted for her to win over Allison. And I think she played a good strategic game.
She beat Chef Joe to his own strategy. What a shame.
Yeah.
Wait, I should have put Chef Joe on my list.
Oh well, too late.
No.
Anyways, so I put Keisha Smith on my list. Competition beast. Talk about it. Like, she was fantastic at the competition. She could outbeat the guys and everything. And I think that she might not have had the best strategic game in the world. I thought her social game was fairly well. And if it wasn't for Dan convincing Jerry, or it was more so Memphis, convincing Jerry to put up Dan and Rennie, I think it was, then Keisha wouldn't have gone home, and we could have seen Rennie gone home, and maybe Keisha would have won Final Four HOH and made a move on Memphis and Dan.
Wait, Keisha made Final Four and Rennie didn't.
Oh, that's my bad. My bad. I always get Keisha and Rennie's placements confused. If Keisha would have won out, then I think she would have had a shot. If Dan would have been taken out, she would have had a shot at winning. So, Connor, what do you think about Jin Song and Keisha Smith?
I think it's definitely a tough call deciding who to put where. I think in terms of like Jin Song, I think she's definitely an underrated winner. I think she definitely has that. Like when you think of winners, good players, you think of like the other people, but I think she's definitely a good one. And with what was her other girl's name?
Keisha.
With Keisha, I definitely see what your point is. She did win a lot of comps. My only thing is like in terms of the fan community, I feel like people like her.
Well, likability is not a factor. It's if they give her enough respect for playing the game that she deserved that she or he played.
Okay, so I've decided because I'm gonna put Jin Song 20, Keisha 19.
All right, I win. June 20th, Keisha 19th, and we both had them 8 on our list. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter where they are on our list. It depends where they are with the overall points.
That's fine. I'll remember this.
All right, so next up, we have a 3-way tie for 18th place. Any thoughts on who you think it will be?
Donnie Thompson. It's eventually going to be Donnie Thompson. I'm just going to keep guessing him.
There's a tie again.
A 3-way tie, yes.
I think I'll just say Austin and Nicole again, and maybe I don't know, Alyssa from B15.
Oh, okay. Tied for 18th with a total of 14 points coming in from Big Brother 17 is Shelly. I think she got 10th place or 11th. I'm not 100%. Also, 11th. Also coming in at 16th with 14 points, or tied for 18th with 14 points, is Kalia Booker from Big Brother 13.
God.
And finally coming in, tied for 16th from Big Brother 14 is Chef Joe.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so let me explain where these people were. Connor didn't have any of them. Romeo had Shelly at 7 on his list. Romeo had Kalia 16th, and I had Kalia 12th. And then I had Chef Joe 7th on my list. So, Romeo, why don't you explain? Connor's going to be breaking the tie again. So, Romeo, why don't you explain about Shelly?
Shelly was like a big beast in competitions, and like she wasn't a bad gameplay either. She had a solid alliance, and like she really could like won out, and even if she didn't have to win out, she had an alliance that could have won for her, and she really only went home because the other side won her household, and she wasn't even going to go home until like the minority side would be like really dumb for taking her out. And I
Until
just feel like she could have been a really good player if she stayed, and I feel like she could have been like a big all-star if she made it to the final six.
James was the only reason that she went home for essentially no reason.
OT. He made a personal move.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to explain my side for Chef Joe. Now, you guys are probably going to laugh at this, but I do think that we need to take this into consideration. All right, so week 2, all right, Willie is being an asshole, saying how the house fucking hates him. Then he says some comment, and Chef Joe knows that Willie is a hothead. So he says something like, "You're the only whatever I see." And he essentially gets Willie kicked out of the house. And I consider that a big move. Because if Willie would have won that power of veto, I think somebody else, like an Ian, could have been in trouble that week. Of course, I don't remember who was head of household, so I'm not going to say for certain. But I think it changed the entire season when Willie got expelled from the game due to Chef Joe. Now, that sounds really stupid and everything, but I have other reasons why I like Chef Joe and why I think he's a good player. He played a fantastic social game. Like, he was on, was it Brittany or Janelle's team? I think it was Janelle's team. And Janelle was trying to protect Chef Joe as much as she could. And so, like, people wanted to protect Chef Joe up until I believe he got 6th place. And, you know, he did the cooking strategy, which did kind of work. He was a bit older. And, you know, it was amazing that he even got on the season because Mike, the sailing instructor, was supposed to take his place. But then he decided to quit a couple weeks before the show. So they had to bring in Chef Joe. And then finally, our other casting member is Kalia Booker. So, Romeo, why don't you explain Kalia?
Well, I think Kalia played one of the best games that season in the final. Probably like when Joey started, I think she was like the best player. And I feel like I know she had that flop when she sent LeBron out. But like, I mean, her like biggest allies were basically convincing her to. And if I was in her like shoes, it'd be hard to say no to them because like that's the only people I trust in the house. So I don't blame her entirely on that. And I just feel like she really like could have won. And if it wasn't for the like Pandora's box, the final 6 duos, I think she probably would have won.
I don't think she had a shot at winning because she wasn't liked by the cast members. But now, if they were taking into consideration gameplay, yes, I do. But I just don't think she had a shot at winning with the final people in the final 6 with her. But I am going to say that Kalia Booker played the best rookie game of Big Brother 13. Not saying that much, but I mean she outplayed all of the rookies in that season. And Kalia, if she wouldn't have agreed to do the stupid Lawan move, I think she would have gotten a lot further in the game. I really, really do. So, Connor, what do you think about these 3? Give a quick opinion on them before you decide.
Okay, Chef Joe, I see your point, but you have to consider, was that Chef Joe's motive? Was that his idea to get rid of Chef, to get Willie Hentz to quit, or was it just like happen because
Joe wanted to get him stirred up enough?
But is that factual information?
Well, I mean, why else would you say something if you didn't want to stir someone up? He basically said it to his face.
He could be frustrated. He could just be frustrated. He'd be like, you know, I'm tired of this. Say something, and he didn't know that it would get him fired up. But I see your point. With Shelly, I could see slight potential with her, but all I saw her really was a follower. Really, I mean, I feel like she would make a move for herself, like potentially, but I don't know. And Kalia, I feel like people talk about Kalia, but do they talk about her for her gameplay, or do they talk about her because they think she's a queen? I think in terms of her gameplay and what she did, she is very underrated. Because all people talk about her is how much of a queen she was. She did this, like personality-wise, not game-wise. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. Oh wait, what are my numbers again? I got
18, 17, 16.
18, 17, 16. For gameplay reasons, I am going to put Chef Joe 18, Shelly 17, Kalia 16.
Good choice.
All right. So Connor disappoints once again.
I'm dead.
Chef Joe at 18, not 16, where he should be. And with that, we're headed to number 15, which is finally not a tie. Who do you guys think it's going to be?
I don't know. It's tough.
All right, we're just going to go with Donnie for you. And Romeo?
Yeah, Donnie again.
Is Romeo here?
Just keep going.
Romeo?
Okay.
He's unmuted.
Hello.
He's. I heard it.
Hello?
All right, there you are. Who do you think is going to be number 15?
Oh, the kid's giving an input. What do you think, kid?
What are your Big Brother expert opinions?
All right, just move forward, Alex.
It's his sister. All right. Number 15 on the list is Big Brother 2's Nicole. I think her last name's Sheriff or something like that. The only person to have her on the list is Romeo, and he had her at number 5. Romeo, are you talkable? Are you able to talk?
Yeah, who was it?
It's Nicole from Big Brother 2.
Oh, I think she's like the only one except from Dr. Will who treated the game like as a game. Like everyone else besides those two was like treated it like a summer vacation. And I think she deserves more credit. I think she was actually really trying to play the game.
I think Artie and Bunky were.
That's
And potentially Boogie.
okay. No, I think Boogie relied on Dr. Will.
I agree. Nicole played a fantastic game. She should have gotten Dr. Will out when she had the chance. That was her only flaw. She played a great game, in my opinion. Connor?
I didn't watch that season, but I heard great things. How she was like second in command. I felt like people always look at Dr. Will as that season's like great game player, and people like her are underrated. So I see it.
All right. She really was the second in command, especially after Boogie left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're up next, number 14. Who do you guys think it's going to be?
Is it a tie?
Let's find out. No.
I think I don't know. I really don't know.
All right, Connor?
I'll guess Jessica.
All right, Connor?
I'll guess
Donnie Thompson?
yeah, Donnie Thompson. We're always gonna guess Donnie Thompson. It has to be eventually.
All right, number 14 is Sharon Obermuller, Big Brother 9. Number 3 on Connor's list, and that's it. So, Connor, explain to us why Sharon is your third most underrated Big Brother player.
You have to consider the fact that comp was, there was some foul play with that HOH competition. If it was just straightforward competition, she would have won that. And I talked to people who were on that season, and they say she would have easily won. So
Wait,
I have
what?
to use.
Who did you talk to from Big Brother 9?
I've talked to Sharon. I've talked to Sheila. I played an org with them.
What
So I've got the information, bro. I've got I got the special.
It's every day, bro, with the channel flow.
I've got the special information. And by the way, Sheila Kennedy told me I should apply for Big Brother because I'm a character. I just wanted to point that out there. Anyway,
I told you.
Anyway, so yeah, I think Sharon, like, she should have won. And I think the reason she didn't win wasn't anything she did. It was because of the conflict. So she's definitely underrated.
I do agree with
Can
Sharon.
Can I say something really quickly about Sharon?
Yeah.
Actually, like, online like minis.
Yes.
Like, yeah, but she was like in a Facebook one, like in Big Brother one. And, like, I had a friend who was playing it, and he said like she was running the house.
I mean, Sharon is not bad at all. I mean, she made it to what, final 3? She did
Final 4.
Final 4.
Oh, wait, yeah, Final 4.
She did play a good game, and you do have to consider that. I'm just not a BB9 expert. Really, the only reason why her nor Sheila are on my list. They played good games and were able to make it. I think their mistake was, and I know this is all Natalie's fault, but getting out Natalie at the final 5, I don't think was the smartest move because I don't think she could have won competitions. And I think if she got out, even if you didn't, like, let's just say you went after Ryan over Adam, I still think that would have been beneficial. Even if Adam won out, I think either of them could have beat Adam in the finals. So, it's just a interesting person to think about. Next up, we have another tie for 13th place. Any thoughts?
Maybe Erica and Austin for BB17.
All right, and Connor's going to go for Donnie Thompson. So tied for 13th place. Coming in from Big Brother 17 is Johnny Mac.
Huh?
And coming in from Big Brother 15 is Helen Kim. So Johnny Mac was number 2 on my list, and Helen Kim was number 2 on Connor's list, which means, Romeo, you get to break the tie here. So, Connor, explain why Helen Kim is so great.
Hello?
Connor? You dead, man? All right, well, Connor's somewhere in Jamaica. But I'll go ahead and explain Johnny Mac. Johnny Mac, I'm surprised that no one put Johnny Mac, even, like, considered him. Johnny Mac played the second best game. Oh, there you are. All right, go ahead and talk about freaking Helen Kim.
Helen.
Okay. No, like I was saying and screaming when my mic went out, she was freaking pushed. But seriously, I felt like she one of the better strategists in that BB15 house. You cannot deny that. And she does not talk about that much. It's like people talk about, Amanda and Andy, but you never talk about Helen. I think Helen was a great player.
For one, I do think Helen is given a good bit of respect and honor for that. But Johnny Mac.
Yeah,
Johnny
I think
Mac
she's given a good bit.
Johnny Mac played the best Big Brother game in Big Brother 17, aside from Vanessa. And he played the best social game out of anybody that season. Even Vanessa didn't play as good of a social game as Johnny Mac did. No one wanted Johnny Mac gone up until around the time that they had to let him go right after the double eviction. And then he came right back, and he didn't go immediately out. He made it all the way to the Final 4 after he went out, which a lot of people aren't able to do because it's a revolving door for them. Johnny Mac was able to get in with everybody. He was Vanessa's number 3. He was Steve's number 2. He was Clay's number 2. He was number 3. He was Shelly's number 3. He was everybody's number 2 or 3, and he would have been able to make it all the way to the end. And if he would have won that Power of Veto at Final Four, I think he could have had a shot at beating Vanessa. And I know
I think he would have.
He sure as hell would have taken her out. Where Liz wouldn't have.
I feel like he actually would have beat Vanessa because the jury was mad at Vanessa, like majority of them. And with someone like Johnny Mac against her, like it's really easy to vote for him. So I actually think he would have won against her.
And I mean, he did play a good game. So Romeo, what are your thoughts on both Johnny Mac and Helen?
Johnny Mac, I just can't figure him as an underrated person. Well, I think he's like an iconic housemate, and I don't think he's really underrated.
He's an iconic house guest for his comedy. No one talks about his gameplay.
I know, but I feel like if he was a bad player, people wouldn't love him so much. Like people like Victoria, she was funny, but like she was a really bad game player, and a lot of people hate her.
Victoria, funny.
Yeah.
Where?
She was. Yeah.
Where?
It was funny.
She ripped Zach Rance's hat. That's the only thing she did.
That was funny.
That was hilarious, but that's the only thing she did.
The only funny thing about it is when she always had to be medevac.
That was really funny too. Okay. And for Helen, I definitely think like it was really hard for her probably being in the house. Like those kind of people, I think it put a stifle on her game when everything got really emotional for her. And I think like in another season she would have probably done better. And I really liked her, and I think she was a really good game player. And I think she's probably like the smartest person in their house.
Just remember, Connor put June 20th over Keisha.
I'm dead at that.
Yeah,
okay. Alex trying to manipulate you.
So who are you putting 13?
I've decided to put 13 as Johnny Mac.
Damn it. Johnny Mac, you're going to get your credit due someday, somewhere. Somebody's going to realize, hey, Alex was right. This cat's got it.
We'll be back next summer.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure All Stars going to be next summer. I mean, it should be.
Nah. All right. Next up, we have another tie for 11th. It's between two people. Who are you guys thinking?
Donnie Thompson.
I don't know. I guess Austin, BB17. I don't know, Yvette from BB6.
Okay. Number 10 is Jessica Eubanks from Big Brother 8 and Matt Hoffman, Big Brother 12. So, So Romeo had Jessica number 1 on his list, and no one else did. I had Matt Hoffman 14th on my list, and Connor had Matt Hoffman. He had him 8th on his list. So, Romeo, why don't you explain Jessica Eubanks?
I thought she played a great game. I feel like actually some people on my list played better than her, but I just feel like she's so underrated because no one really talks about her at all in conversation for All Stars. And I think for All Stars, if you can't get Eric, you should get Jessica.
You'd easily get Eric. Just saying.
Well,
he does all of those
big
podcasts.
Well, if you can't get him, get Jessica, because Jessica was like.
But I'm just saying, you're going to get Eric.
Okay, you can still get Jessica as well with him.
I'm fine with that. They could be a duo.
And she was good at competitions. She played a good social game, and I feel like it's like the whole season was basically controlled by Evil Dick, and that's why her and Eric fell basically and got evicted. I think she played a really good game, and I think she's really underrated.
I agree, and I kind of regret not putting Jessica Eubanks. She's one of my all-time favorite contestants. probably my third or fourth favorite female contestant, which would be like seventh or eighth overall. Um, I just really like her, and I think she is a very likable person. She's someone that I could see myself working with if I went into the Big Brother house. And even though she's played before, I think if she came back as a veteran, no one would really know who she is, and I think she could be able to pass. They would just pass her on, but she has a little bit of strategy to her. She wasn't stupid. Not every single move that Eric made was all Eric. He had to have Jessica and people to go along with him, and Jessica always had input on Eric's decisions. Well, aside the America's Player decisions, but that really wasn't Eric's decisions himself. So, Connor, what do you think about what do you think about Jessica first? Then you can go on to your Matt Hoffman spiel.
Jessica, I can see how she's underrated. I can see that. But I don't know. It's a tricky thing. I guess, I can see it. That's all I got.
All right, Connor, what about Matt Hoffman?
So everyone thinks of the Brigade as one of the most powerful alliances to ever be in Big Brother US.
I don't.
I do. It was one of the most successful alliances. People often think that Hayden was the one who was like the head of the Brigade, controlling everything. But I think people don't realize that most of the groundwork was done by Matt Hoffman.
It was Matty H.
Matt Hoffman was a great player. He knew what he was doing. He was very strategic, and I feel like people often they think, oh, Hayden was a great player, or they look at like the funny Enzo, but they don't ever look at the fact that Matt Hoffman he was great. He did all the groundwork, a lot of the groundwork, and I just feel like he's underrated. He doesn't get enough credit.
It would have been a successful alliance, just coming back to the alliance thing and why I don't think the Brigade was as strong as everyone thinks it was. It would have been successful if they all made the Final Four, but that didn't happen. Anyways, I do agree that Matt Hoffman's on my list, and I do think that when Matt Hoffman was running the Brigade, it was, everything was kind of set in stone what we're going to do. He came up with the idea to everyone pair up, essentially. Then you have Hayden and Kristen, and was it Enzo and Brittany, or was it Lane and Brittany?
Lane and Brittany.
Lane and Brittany. I always get Enzo and Lane confused because they're both so irrelevant. And then you had Matt and Ray and Reagan. And the only problem with Matt Hoffman is when the Brigade told him that they're evicting him over, was it Enzo or was it Lane?
I don't know.
One of the two were on the block. And they're telling him they're evicting him. He realizes he should have realized he's on the bottom at that point. Why doesn't he just go after why doesn't he use the power veto, the diamond power veto, take himself and Enzo off the block and put up like Hayden and Lane? And then probably Lane would have gone home, but why put up Kathy Hillis? That was very stupid of Matt. I don't know why he got rid of Kathy Hillis, the worst competition player in Big Brother history. But aside that, I do think that Matt Hoffman played a great game. But honestly, I'm going to be the deciding factor here. I'm actually going to put Jessica Eubanks above Matt Hoffman. So since I put Matt Hoffman lower on my list, I would be the middleman here. So Matt Hoffman will get 11th, and Jessica Eubanks will get 10th. Any final thoughts on Jessica and Matt?
No, not really.
I don't think Matt's underrated.
You don't think? Oh, I forgot to get your opinion on Matt. My bad. Romeo, what do you think about Matt Hoffman?
I think he played a good game. I don't think he should go out Kathy. So he played his power, so he obviously knew he was in trouble that night. So why didn't he get a shot at someone who was really going to betray you that night?
Well, they
Kathy.
They took him into the room and said, "Hey, we're evicting you," the storage room.
Yeah, but so even then, why would you nominate that person?
Yeah, I don't get it.
He really betrayed you. I don't get that getting Kathy out.
It was one stupid move that I think destroyed his entire game. But I
Mhm.
think the rest of his game was fantastic enough to where he definitely should be considered for this list.
Oh, and didn't he throw the head of household like right after that? The one he went out on.
Don't remember. I don't think he
Yeah,
did.
he did. He was like the first one out, and he wasn't sad about it.
Okay. Well, next up is another tie for 9th place. So many ties. So who do we guys think it is?
I'm gonna actually take a real guess here instead of just saying Donnie Thompson every time. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say because he's on my list. I'm gonna say Jason Roy.
All right.
But
And your other person?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, Romeo.
I have no idea.
All right. So tied for 9th. Coming in from Big Brother 17, we have Becky Burgess for 21
Ooh.
points. And
Oh, I love that.
also tied for 9th with 21 points. Connor's going to feel stupid with
No!
points. It's Donnie Thompson from Big
Dad, I
Brother
should have guessed Donnie
16.
Thompson.
I was holding in my laughter so hard there. Anyway, so Becky and Romeo's going to break this tie because he had neither of these people on his list. Becky was number 10 on my list and was number 11 on Connor's list. And Donnie was number 3 on my list and number 18 on Connor's list. So even though I had them both higher, I'll let you explain Becky since I had Donnie super high and you had Donnie super low. And we kind of had Becky in the same. So
Okay, so
talk
do
about
you want me to explain? Or do you want me to explain?
I'm going to explain Donnie. You explain Becky.
Okay. So Becky's underrated simply because, I remember, I don't know the specifics, but I think she was the one like gunning for Vanessa or trying to get her out, wasn't she?
Yes.
That's enough to say she's underrated. She was like one of the only people who was actually trying and seeing Vanessa's game trying to get her out, and yet no one talks about how that was her. Like, that's enough said.
Yeah. And Donnie Thompson's basically the exact same. Donnie Thompson. Now, the thing about Becky and why I think Becky's less, there were other people targeting Vanessa. They were going to target her later in the game, but they were people targeting her. Big Brother 16, no one was targeting Derek except for Donnie Thompson was the only person who even thought about targeting Derek Lavoisier. And he if he won head of household, he would have picked her. I mean, he would have nominated him. I don't know why I said that. But Donnie Thompson is a superior Big Brother player. Romeo had to go away for a bit, but Connor and I can debate about this.
Oh boy.
So why do you think Becky over Donnie?
Okay, I see your point when you say Donnie. Like, for me, Donnie, I love Donnie. He's one of my favorite characters, and I will not deny that. I love me some Donnie Thompson. The thing is, what else did he have any other good instincts besides getting rid of Derek?
Great social game.
Great social game, but like a lot of people have great social game. But with Becky, I feel like she had potential to do.
Becky did not have a great social game. She had a decent social game.
Okay, but she had more potential to actually, I think, make bigger moves.
I don't. People were going to target her anyways, and people weren't really targeting Donnie until it twiddled down to the remainders of the bomb squad versus Donnie. Becky was one of the first ones picked off. I think she was. Yeah, after Shelly and Clay left, Becky was the first one picked off. They picked her off before James, who was probably better at the competitions than Becky was. They picked her off before, well, of course, before Meg, but that's said. They picked her off before Johnny Mac and Steve. So, then again, Steve was kind of in the alliance. So was Johnny Mac. They were kind of in it, but kind of not. But still, they picked her off before James. And Becky tried to make a move when she didn't have the numbers to make the move. I think Donnie, he made a mistake by not nominate. He did win that one head of household. Did not nominate Derek, even though Derek was one of the bigger options for him. Like, I think if the veto was used, but then again, I think Donnie's two people that he nominated were won the Battle of the Block, and I think the Battle of the Block kind of fucked over Donnie. I really do, but I still think that Donnie's a superior Big Brother player. Now, Romeo just PM'd me and saying he's going to choose Becky higher. Of course he is. Why would a male be picked higher for Romeo?
Me at that.
It's a shame, but Donnie Thompson, I think, is one of the greatest Big Brother players of all time. For some reason, people just can't see it, and
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm still pissed about you picking Becky over Donnie when Donnie was the only person targeting Derek, but there was plenty of people targeting Vanessa, and I don't know. And Becky was the first one picked off. Donnie was the last one picked off. I'm not counting Nicole because she came back.
I liked Becky. I thought Becky was higher because I didn't really see Donnie as underrated.
Again, their personality, and then he's underrated for being a strategist. People, of course, he's not underrated especially by casuals. He's on a fucking soap opera. But we're talking about them being underrated for their strategic game and their game.
Okay, but would he really have nominated Derek if he wanted a household? I don't think so.
Yes, he would have.
I don't think he would have.
I do. Or he might have tried to backdoor Derek. I think what would have happened. He didn't have that strong of a connection with Derek, and he realized he was talking to Nicole, and he was the one saying, "Hey, look, Derek is the big threat in this house." And Nicole was like, no, he's on our side. Derek had every single person in that season fooled. Even the pre-jurors. Except for Donnie. He was never able to fool Donnie.
We can, think what he would have done, but we know what Becky did. It happened.
Becky tried to make a move when she didn't have the numbers behind her. That's not good.
Well, she had them because they told her they would evict Vanessa. Her alliance did, and then it changed last minute. They actually were going to evict Vanessa,
but they didn't. And then she was the first one picked off of that alliance. Again, Donnie was the last one picked off of his alliance.
Jackie was picked off first.
I thought Becky Burgess got 9th place.
She did, and Jackie got 10th.
I thought Clay Honeycutt got 10th.
Clay Honeycutt got 12th.
Oh, well then I screwed up the numbers there. Well,
just sit here and drink my tea.
Jackie Ibarra does not count, first off. Second off.
Why?
Jackie was not a player in this season. Anyways,
okay, you know what? Okay, she laid low a lot, but she was a player.
Wasn't it Steve that took out Jackie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's double fiction.
Steve's not on that side of the house, so it doesn't count. I'm talking about the actual people, the Vanessa and Liz twins. Or Osh twins. I said Liz twins.
I mean, it still counts.
It doesn't count. That was not a move that Vanessa approved. Their choice, Becky would have gone home first. Donnie Thompson was never going to go home until he was the last one of his alliance remaining, and that's exactly what happened. Again, Nicole coming back does not count because she was taken out already.
Why doesn't that count? Because he was up against Nicole, and he got evicted.
Yeah, but she had already been evicted.
But she came back, and she was in the game, and she nominated against him, and he got evicted.
Because he was targeting Derek. And he was the only person. Nicole wasn't targeting Derek.
No one knew he was targeting Derek, except
Derek targeting
Nicole.
Derek. Derek and Nicole knew he was targeting Derek. Derek's not stupid.
Did Nicole tell Derek?
I don't know.
Let's move on.
I doubt it, unless she really wanted to save herself, which could have happened. But she went on the next week anyways. Donnie Thompson is by far the superior Big Brother player, but you're putting him in not the 9th place position. And Connor put Jun Song 20th.
No, I did. Oh, okay.
And you gave him 2 satisfactions by putting Helen above Johnny Mac and Becky above Donnie Thompson. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm proud.
All right. 7th place. Who do we think it's going to be? Connor, you
Donnie
going
Thompson.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to go with Donnie Thompson?
No, seriously, let me think. 7th place. I'll go with Jerry McDonald.
All right. And Romeo? Romeo?
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Me, Juliet, sits here under a tree, waiting for thee to come back to me.
That's not actual.
I would say, is it a tie again?
Tiger.
Is it a tie again?
What the fuck's Tiger?
Tie again? Is it a freaking tie?
Oh no.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know who you guys put.
All right. Number 7 is from Big Brother 10, Memphis Garrett. Romeo had Memphis number 4 on his list, and I had Memphis number 16 on my list. And Connor didn't have him at all. So, Romeo, explain why Memphis Garrett is the 4th underrated Big Brother contestant.
Because I feel like if you looked on paper, you would think he was a GOAT, and he's just like Dan's little sheep because he lost like 8-1 or 9-0. I don't know which one, but he actually was playing a good game, and like he may have been like kind of like Dan's sidekick, but he like helped Dan out in situations like, you know, Dan or Memphis not going home at Final 5. They easily could have.
Yeah. The Jerry thing, that was going to be my point.
Yeah, Jerry, you know, the old age acting up. He nominated Keisha instead. And, you know, there's a reason to it, but Memphis was good at influencing. He played a good game. And I think he could have won against anyone except Dan.
So, yeah, I wanted to... yeah, I'm not going to say I 100% agree, but I agree. Connor, why didn't you even think of Memphis Garrett for this list?
I see you guys' point. I just didn't think of him. As simple as that. But even if I did, I think I would have put him a little bit lower. Maybe like 18th or something.
Yeah, I mean, I put him 16th on my list. I think he's given some credit, not near enough. But he reminds me a lot of Ryan Quicksall and Cody Calafieri. Just those runner-ups that did good. I mean, definitely not a Daniel Reyes, who's also another one that could not have been considered for this list. But definitely not a Daniel Reyes. But he's one of those runner-ups that's a good runner-up. The person who was in the finals with him should have beaten them, but he was good. He played a good game, and he wasn't Liz Nolan. I'm only saying that because I know that Romeo really likes Liz.
I don't really like her. I don't like her, but I think she played a good game.
I think she played trash. Anyways, 6th place. Who do you guys think 6th place is going to go to?
Jason Roy.
What the fuck? I don't know.
Connor thinks Jason Roy is a good game player. But, anyways, who'd you say?
Okay, because he was too opinionated. I'll pick. I have no idea. Let's go for Aaron.
Aaron Greaves?
Yeah.
God, if someone picked her, it's on their list. Number 6. This is a weird one. I was not expecting this to be anywhere close to the top. Number 6 from Big Brother 15 is Nick Uhas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Uhas is the 6th underrated Big Brother contestant. He's number 11 on my list, and he's number 5 on Connor's list. So, first off, Romeo, you did not have Nick Uhas on your list at all. Why?
Because I don't think he's like underrated. I think a lot of people know that he was a good player taken out too early, but it's not like he played a really good game. I think he just had potential, and that's it.
I think he's the best person to play too hard and go home. I think he had the most potential out of any of them. And I think if he would have just kept it down just a tad, he only went a little bit overboard, unlike a Keith Henderson or a Brian Hart, who went super overboard. And had Jeremy not won that power veto, Nick probably would not have gone anywhere.
He wouldn't have.
So
we don't know that week.
So I mean, it just happened that Jeremy won a power veto. But Connor, why is Nick Uhas the 5th most underrated Big Brother contestant?
Well, in my defense, Romeo told me to pick someone who I thought was like went home too early or thought had potential, and that's what I did. Maybe I put him a little too high, but I do see how he could have been a great player in that season. He could have. He just played a little too hard, and stuff didn't really gel for him. I just feel like he could have done amazing.
And then he got eliminated on the second round of America's Got Talent.
Yeah, come on. There's science in that. Science is cool, guys. Come on. What were they thinking?
I will say I do enjoy his YouTube channel where he does top 10 videos or stuff and does.
Yeah, he's smart. People don't think about it. He's smart.
Oh,
he's smart strategically, sciencey.
He probably has the highest IQ out of anybody that's ever played Big Brother.
No, remember Matt Hoffman has a ridiculous high IQ.
I forgot about Matt Hoffman. Matt Hoffman is super smart. So is Johnny Mac, and so is Brian Hart. Those 4 would be masterminds. But anyway, so Nick Uhas, he might have been the 2nd person voted off, but he's the 6th most underrated Big Brother contestant of all time. So there's another tie for 5th. Who do you guys think is in it?
Jason Roy and Jerry McDonald. I'm picking random people.
Romeo, who do you think?
I think Jamaica from BB8.
Oh my God. Who the hell thinks Jamaica is a good Big Brother player? Anyways, who's your other person? May God bless your soul if you put Jamaica anywhere close to a good contestants list. I wouldn't put her in the top 150. I think there's only been 180.
I'm that you trash talking Jamaica. What did Jamaica ever do to you?
Jamaica was I hated half of Big Brother 8. I hated Amber. I mean, I love the season, but I hated Amber. I hated freaking Jamaica. I hated Jen Johnson. It was just.
Is that my picture? And it just looks so ugly.
Yeah, thank God she's not anywhere close to this. But anyways, so Romeo won't guess another person, so we're just gonna go with the top 5 from Big Brother 4 and Big Brother All Stars is Erica Landon, and from Big Brother 10, everyone's favorite old guy Jerry McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Erica was number 6 on mine and Romeo's list. And Jerry was number 5 on my list and number 7 on Connor's list. So since Romeo's not here, Connor, explain why Jerry McDonald is the superior Big Brother contestant.
He's the reason I put him on my list, you have to consider what he's bringing to the table. He is an old guy.
75.
Okay. 75 years old. He probably has Alzheimer's or something. We don't know that. Okay. He is an older guy. You have to take that into consideration when you're addressing what he did. He won, well, even though one was given to him, he won 2 HOHs, 2 POVs.
That's pretty
also good. That's damn good for his age. He won more than probably other people. Come on.
Yeah, he won more than aside maybe Keisha, maybe Dan, and maybe Memphis.
Yeah, he was good at competitions. He was good. Also,
granted, the first one was a vote.
True, that is true. But he won 3 other ones. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like he may have let the wrong people in his ears, but you cannot deny that he's the oldest person ever played the game and he got 3rd place. And people don't don't refer to him as what he should be. Is like a good player.
And I mean, he was liked by a good majority, and he would he was very entertaining. He would get into the fights with the young people.
That's what I know. I was like, go, Grandpa, go, get some like Viagra and throw it at him.
I mean, like, he was very into it. He wanted to win the game. He wanted to play the game.
On that show just want to be famous and on TV. He was hungry to play, and that's what I respect.
I definitely respect that, and I liked him a lot more than Rennie Martin. I did not like Rennie at all.
New Orleans, we in the Saints. Ooh, come marching.
But like, I just think Jerry played a good game, and he made the right decision week 1 by turning on his ally Brian, because that is what the house wanted. And if he didn't do that, he would have been gone after, and he backstabbed people. He played Big Brother, and I definitely respect that. And I think I wish more people would. I wish he would come in to host something, but he's probably sitting in a hospital somewhere.
Yeah, his wife passed like a few years ago.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, Jerry McDonald, I doubt you'll ever see this, but if you do, my absolute favorite from Big Brother 10 and one of my favorites of all time.
He's amazing. I want to meet him.
I want to meet him too. That'd be awesome. And I want him to yell at me, "You're going home."
Yeah,
when I'm leaving.
I will, like, if he yells at me saying, "You're going home," I will literally just like drink some bleach and just be happy.
Yeah,
I just need that in my life right now.
Romeo, what do you think about good old man Jerry McDonald?
I think he's a psychopath, but I think he's very funny and entertaining. I think he's very iconic, and he's people brought back for All Stars. I don't think he was a good game player.
I do, because he was, considering his age and everything into account, he was wanting to play the game, and which a lot of old people don't want to do. And he was after the money. He backstabbed people. He backstabbed Brian week 1, which made the whole house not even think about targeting Jerry for the next few weeks, because they would have targeted him immediately if he would have done otherwise. He played a decent social game, and I think he's a good game player all around. So, Romeo, what's your stance for Erica Landon?
I think, all around, she's like a really good game player all around. I think, like, every, like, kind of, like, bit of Big Brother, like, I don't think she has a weak point. I think she's just pretty good at every aspect of it. And I think she definitely could have won BB7 if she evicted Boogie in the final 2. She had a chance. And I think she was a really good player. And I think she probably would have won. Maybe would have won BB4. She won the final head of household.
Now, here's my thing about Erica Landon. I don't think that she played that great of a game, Big Brother 4. Just my opinion. Now, Big Brother 7, she played the third best game in that entire house aside Chilltown. And Janelle should not be credited with taking out Dr. Will. That was all Erica. Erica that week took Janelle aside the entire week and prevented Dr. Will from being able to get to Janelle, and they rarely had a one-on-one conversation with each other, so where Will was able to work his magic and talk game and get her to save him. And I mean, it was all Erica's doing, the reason why Will went home and why Will did not win Big Brother All-Stars. And then, now she did not take out Boogie. Granted, they were in a showmance together, showmance, quote unquote. But I think she would have lost against Janelle. I just don't think the house was so much for her. I think she would have had a better shot against Janelle, but I don't think she would have won. That's the only sad thing about Erica Landon. She had really good people around her. She had all-stars around her. Of course, that's why it's Big Brother All-Stars. So, Connor, technically you're the middleman, because I had Jerry higher and Romeo had Erica higher, which means you're the middleman. So who are you going to pick to give 5th between Erica and Jerry?
Can I just say, have y'all seen the movie Dance With Me? Apparently Erica Landon's in that.
I've heard about that.
Apparently she's an actress.
Yeah, a lot of Big Brother contestants are after. I know Eddie McGee, winner of Big Brother 1, is an actor now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I got to do the fair thing here. As much as I want to put Jerry McDonald higher, I have to do the fair thing. So we're going to put...
Jerry McDonald higher.
No, we're gonna. I love Jerry, but we gotta do the fair thing. And find my screen. We're gonna put Jerry 5th, Erica 4th.
Well, everyone disagrees with my opinions. Terrific.
No, I don't disagree. We gotta do the fair thing.
All right, top 3. Who do you guys think is going to be the number 3 Big Brother underrated player?
I think Jack Owens Jr. is gonna be in this top 3, and he better be because.
I did think of him, but that's a good person.
Romeo.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Romeo, who do you think?
Jack.
Jack?
Mhm.
Everyone's saying Jack Owens. All right, number 3 on this list is going to be, drumroll, Jack Owens Jr., Big Brother 4. Connor had him at number 1. I had him at number 4. Romeo did not have Jack at all on his list.
I forgot about him. Leave me alone.
Romeo, why did you completely forget about Jack Owens Jr.?
I don't know. I don't remember him really. And like BB4, I just kind of remember it as like, it was old girl final 3, like yes, Queenies, mothers, like That's what I remember. I don't really remember like guys from that season. So I forgot about him.
Well, the only actual one that you really need to remember, I guess you could say G Cho, but he was an idiot, is Jack Owens Jr. Jack played the honestly, he played the best, but I'll give Jun her credit there. I think Jack Owens played the second best game in Big Brother 4. So Connor, you had him at number 1. Explain why he's the most underrated Big Brother player of all time.
Just factual information, nothing else needed to be said. Did you see he went in that house with a game plan? He's going to be in the army. He's just going to be like, okay, we're going to evaluate the situation here. I'm looking at these people. Who do I need to target? Well, I'm going to lay on my back. I'm not going to lay on my side because I got to be ready for combat. Like, come on. He's amazing.
He was a very good Big Brother player. He was the first of the older players that were able to socialize with the younger players, and people like Cheryl in Big Brother 2 went out very early. Jack was the first older guy to actually realize, hey, if I'm able to connect with these younger contestants and maybe act a little bit more immature than I normally do, I'm going to be able to connect with them more, and I'm going to be able to have more influence in the votes and everything. Jerry eventually followed that strategy, and honestly, Kevin, even though it's not intentional, also followed the strategy. So I think Jack is the first of a different type of Big Brother player that's really never talked about before. And Jack had complete control over the game, except for the girls. And the girls, it was kind of a weird sexist season that I did not like, mainly because I don't like boys versus girls because I consider everybody equal. But I understand why they do it. But if Jack had not been taken out by, who was it? I believe it was Jun under her HOH. No, it was under a guy's HOH because they were in it. The girls influenced. Maybe it was G. I feel like it was G.
I feel like June. No, June was really good friends with Jack.
Was it? Oh, was she? I'm trying to think who made the move.
Because I talked to June on like with a bunch of friends. Like she really talked to us because we were fans of her, and she said Jack is the only one she still talks to, and the only one she likes.
Well, that might be the case after the fact, but think about it in the game. Things could have been completely different.
Can you check the wiki?
I'm checking it right now.
Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought one of the girls convinced G to put Jack at final 6 or 7.
G got him out.
But it was one of the girls because G cannot make a fucking decision on his own.
Well,
I thought
Allison looked at Jack.
I really thought it was Jun that convinced G to take out Jack over the girls.
It could have been her.
Because I think
Jun, she did evict him.
Because I think Jun knew that, hey, look, Jack is the only other really person that has any shot at winning this game. We need to take him out. I thought that was the case. I could be completely wrong, but I was pretty sure that was the case.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Romeo, if you would have remembered Jack on your list, where would you have put him, estimated?
I would have put him 6.
See,
Wow.
I don't know the statistics, but he could have easily been first.
Above Jim. Above Jim on his list. So
I think he was more underrated because I didn't even remember him.
Fair enough. All right. Top 2. Who do you guys think is going to be number 2?
Jason Roy. I'm kidding, obviously. What about Jason Guy from BB3?
Romeo, what are you thinking?
I think it'll be Kevin BB11.
All right, number 2 is going to be, drum roll, Jason Guy BB3. So I had him number 15 on my list. Romeo had him number 3, and Connor had him number 6. So let me explain. I'm one of Jason Guy's biggest supporters, and I think that he played the best game of Big Brother 3. However, I think he's given a lot of credit by actual fans that watch the season. The only problem is that hardly anybody watched season 3 that still watches Big Brother. And that's the reason why people could consider him underrated. So that's why I didn't take too many of the older seasons into account unless, they played like a Jack type game. So, anyways, you guys talk about Jason Guy because I explained it all in my dumbest moves ever video. Either you can start talking.
Well, to be honest, I don't know much about him. I just know that people think he's like really robbed, and I watched a little bit, not enough to really make a judgment. But I'm gonna watch more later.
All right, Romeo.
Yeah, what?
Let's talk about Jason Guy.
Oh, well, basically, Danielle Reyes is a great player, but I feel like people seem to forget about how good Jason was because, like, how good she was, basically. So, and I just feel like
Guy was superior, but
I feel like him and Danielle were like on the same level, I think, and it wasn't like one person telling each other what to do. They were a really strong duo. They had each other like give each other advice on what to do, basically. And I think he was just as strong, if not stronger, than her in the game. So I think he's really underrated. And
however, Jason Guy played a far more superior social game.
Okay, that's true.
And like jury management was 10 times better.
The reason why people like think Danielle played better or like remember her more was because she had a better personality and she was more memorable.
Yeah, that's the only reason people think that Danielle Reyes is a better player than Jason Guy. She had a bigger personality.
She was a much better player on All Stars.
Oh, definitely.
She wasn't. Yeah.
But yeah, Jason Guy, second best underrated Big Brother player. I don't really consider him too underrated, but I do agree. And if I did, he'd probably be number 2. So number 1, who do we think it's going to be?
I think I know.
Well, say it.
Kevin Campbell.
All right, Romeo.
Jody Rollins.
Number 1. Drum roll, please. Glenn Garcia, Big Brother 18.
You're joking.
No, I'm not. All right, so Glenn Garcia.
You're joking.
Yeah, okay. All right, redo the drum roll.
I almost pissed my pants, dude. Don't do that.
Redo the drum roll.
I'm dead.
Cameron Hurd.
Stop it.
All right, fine. I'll get serious this time. All right. Let's
Let
go.
me do it. Chicken Little.
Mike the sailing instructor.
I'm dead.
Lilo and Stitch. Anyways, it's Kevin Campbell, Big Brother 11. He's number 1 on my list. He's number 4 on Connor's list, and he's number 2 on Romeo's list. Fucking love Kevin Campbell. My one of my all-time favorite Big Brother contestants. And one of the robbed Big Brother contestant. The definition of robbed is Kevin Campbell. If you look in the dictionary, it's fucking Kevin Campbell.
I thought it'd be someone with a missing purse.
What?
The picture of robbed in a dictionary. I thought it'd be someone with a missing purse.
Okay.
Do you not get it, dude?
I get it, but it's fucking Kevin Campbell.
Anyway,
Kevin Campbell was a player on Big Brother 11. He's the best gay player to ever play the game. Sorry, Andy.
Why you got stereotypical like that? Why you just gotta do that? We don't judge people based on their gayness or based on like straightness.
Kalia says hello.
No, we don't. But I'm just saying, like Big Brother, gay people on Big Brother are very.
Vanessa says hello.
No, I think Kevin Campbell's superior. But LGBT people normally do very, very well on Big Brother. Sorry, Audrey Middleton. But and Lawan Exum and Marcellus. Well, okay, Marcellus actually played decent except for that stupid thing he did in Big Brother 3. But aside all that, gay people normally do well in Big Brother. I mean, Andy Herron, Vanessa Russo, Kevin Campbell, Frankie Grande, even though people don't like him.
Oh, God, no, don't do that.
People don't like him, but he played a good game.
Never mind. We're going to put him on your underrated. Is he the most underrated player now?
No, he's given his credit, I think. But but Kevin Campbell is the best out of all of them. He just came in. He did not cry over Jesse leaving, which I found to be fantastic. His diary room session there is one of my favorites of all time. Of when like Natalie and Lydia and I don't know.
I need to go early. I have to leave the podcast right now.
All right, well, talk about Kevin Campbell real quick.
Okay. I think he plays really good. Yeah, he would have won. I mean, he probably should have won. But yeah, goodbye.
All right, bye, Romeo. All right, so now we're down to 2. Kevin Campbell, man, I fucking love the guy. He's just such a likable person, and that's why people really liked him, and he would have gone super duper far in the game. I mean, he did go super far in the game, and he would have won had he won that final head of household. Had Jordan not stepped up and been a queen that she is, Kevin would have won, and I think it would have been well-deserving. No one was targeting him at all. Russell... He was able to convince He was able to convince Jeff at Final 6 to get out Russell when he should have gotten out at least Natalie, if not Kevin. I don't think he would have targeted Kevin anyways because no one was targeting Kevin. Kevin was always able to shield himself around people, and it was just a shame that he couldn't pull out the final 3 head of household win. Connor?
I agree.
Is that all you have to say?
Yes. Are you okay?
No.
You're sounding like a chicken who just got shot.
So let's once again go over the final rankings.
20th questionable list.
Very questionable. 20th Jin Song, 19th Keisha Smith, 18th Chef Joe Arvin, 17th Shelly Poole, 16th Kalia Booker, 15th Nicole Sheriff. I don't know how to pronounce it. 14th Sharon Obermueller, 13th Johnny Mack, 12th Helen Kim, 11th Matt Hoffman, 10th Jessica Eubanks, 9th Donnie Thompson, 8th Becky Burgess, 7th Memphis Garrett, 6th Nick Uhas, 5th Jerry McDonald, 4th Erica Landon, 3rd Jack Owens Jr., 2nd Jason Guy, and 1st Kevin Campbell. I think that's a pretty good list.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to about, well, let's see. Let's put Johnny Mack like number 3.
I don't know who put Nick Uhas. What a questionable decision whoever made that.
Connor. To be fair, I had him 11th. It's not like I had him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. There's going to be the double tribal of YouTube Survivor is going to be later today. So make sure you check that out. And
hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Just smack that thing.
2 hours and
Smack
15.
it.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.